Tuesday, July 27th, Mercury, the ruler of the mental plane, is moving out of Cancer and into Leo. And you might say, well, geez, didn't it just move into Cancer? Yeah, it did a couple weeks ago. We don't get a whole lot of time with Mercury on the run here. He was in Gemini and retrograde for so long that he's wasting no time. He feels like he's making up for time at this point. So he is just cruising along. Now, Mercury moving into Leo. Let's talk about this. We are going to be glad that it was just a short time while he was in Cancer, because why? Well, we were all up in the fields. Do we need to be doing that anymore? Not really. We're trying to renew our spirit. We're trying to hype ourselves up. Pretty hard to be hype when you're depressed, right? So we're into Leo season now. We have Mercury moving into Leo. What does this mean? It means that we are going to be thinking a lot more bold, a lot more confident, a lot more grand. Okay, now this is both a good and bad thing. It's good to dream bigger dreams, but not if they're delusions, right? So we want to be realistic with it. We have big ideals. We have heartfelt ideals. We are communicating very direct, right? Leo energy, no bullshit. We know what we want. We know what we desire. We know what we deserve. We're not afraid to speak on it. So communication is going to be much more direct, much more passionate as well. Again, Leo, heart and soul of the zodiac. We have a lot to say. We have stories to tell. We have experiences to share, and we're going to do it in a very passionate way. The Mercury in Leo energy, think of like a stage performer, right? Not afraid to be on the stage, not be able to be afraid of the spotlight being on you, and just the most dramatic, captivating storyteller that you could possibly ever be entertained by. Now, that's a great thing, but we have to remember there's a shadow side to it, which is that we're only speaking and we're not listening to other people. I like this energy at this particular time because we're setting ourselves up for some big dreams, some big goals. We are acting more authentically now than ever before. We do have a tendency to kind of skim over some of the details that likely will be very important to us in, a month or two when, we reflect back on this quote unquote party stage and where we had a lot of fun and where new romances were birthed and new realities unformed. And, we're going to say, oh, damn, I didn't notice that. Didn't pay attention to that. Didn't pick up on that. Might come back to bite us in the butt later on. But at this particular point, we just want to express ourselves. We just want to kind of speak our truth. We've been so kind of introverted over the last couple of months, scared to speak out because Lord knows right now, especially out on the global stage, you can't say anything without being attacked. You could be like, oh man, it's a beautiful day out. The sun is shining, the sky is blue. And you will find a Karen that tells you that the sun is an artificial form in the sky and that the sky isn't blue at all. It's actually reflecting the pigments of the earth back to it. Okay, whatever, Miss Technical. We don't care about the details right now, right? Let's move on. We just want to find the joy again. We want to find the fun again. We want to find the pleasure again. And a lot of this is going to be impacting our narrative, which is a good thing. We need to come out of Debbie Downer stage, right? It wouldn't be a bad thing for us to be high up on a horse, seeing a great perspective take place, bringing in all the positives, the beauty of the surroundings that we're in, focused in on just having fun. And so we have to just remember that Mercury here is about the mental plane and that Leo is a fire energy, which means that our thoughts are going to be rapid. They're going to be many. There's going to be an overwhelming energy in our mental plane. I want to remind you what happens when we have air and fire put together. So think of a campfire. If you start a fire and there is zero oxygen, that fire ain't starting. And if you light that fire and you add too much oxygen to that fire, it is going to turn into a damn near forest fire. That shit is dangerous. This is about controlling our thoughts and controlling our speech. Yes, it wants us to speak out. Yes, it wants us to speak a truth, but we have to be careful with what it is that we're saying. There are repercussions and consequences to expressing ourselves, especially so deeply, so authentically, so passionately. We have to kind of ride the safe wave between letting it all out but not feeling so embarrassed about oversharing afterwards. This is going to be a great time for us to literally align our thoughts into more of a positive narrative. We definitely need it. It's definitely going to help us form the dream, the new passion, the new desire that we're working to manifest. It's going to help us do that. Although be cautioned, things can appear way bigger than they actually are. Big dreams, grandest thoughts, overwhelming passion and desire, and especially just coming out of our mouth without any filter. So we want to be careful of that.